just, you know, goes outside of the boundaries of the map pick and what we like here, Wix. Because as you said, we're now in the lower bracket. We are in the fight for survival, where the winner of this game stays in and gets to play tomorrow. The loser of, well, what is now effectively a best of one, that's it. You're gone from the entire tournament. There's no other chance. That's it. You are done. You are not competing in ESL Melbourne. So, well, that's where we are right now for the ESL Challenger Melbourne closed qualifiers. It's 1-1. It's K23 on the CT side, and it is our final map here on Dust2.
Yeah, K23 winning that 9th round, so they elect to start CT, and here we go, Raijin with some further aggression like we saw on Nuke, this time up mid. And he's been caught, he's been dinked by the Glock, he's been gushed, as some players would say. And now he's having to play the rest of this round out with the 9 HP, 1 tag away anywhere on the body. And he is done out of the round. Problem, still trying to tap away with his USP through mid. I don't think the bomb has been exposed to K23 yet, so they're still waiting for the cards to be shown out of the astronaut side. Problem with pure aggression, gets through the doors, finds one. XC Power's going to get that trade onto him, so the man advantage stays with K23. Clax, however, is not going to last for too long on the A site. He can't defend it with anything else that he's got. Ivan going to get the digits punched into the C4, and now it's advantage astronauts.
Having a good look here, Swalo. Nicely done. We'll find the first. Looking for more. Ivan tapping away towards K23.
Trying to defend the site. And no kit for these two K23 players. It's going to be difficult to get onto the site, but also to get that defuse in. Time is gone. That is your lot. Oh. It's going to be Astronaut striking first.
Really nice shot from Denon. That was a Glock as well, of all things. That was a brilliant headshot to be found. X-Power, last man left. Tapping away, falls off. Swalo is able to pick up the last. And with that, it is indeed Astronauts 1-0. Early lead. Good start on the T side of Dust2.
And this is a disastrous start for K23. It's certainly, you know, not the end of the world, but it's certainly what they wouldn't have wanted, losing that pistol. We saw how much it affected them on Mirage when they lost the pistol, so they'll be hoping for less of the same, shall we say, as Astronauts come into the round, not taking any risks. It's 5 rifles in the hands of the T side, and it's going to be sacrificing some util, but if you hit your shots, you don't need the util, as Raijin rains down onto Swalo with his Deagle. One tap connects flush. It's going to be the one-man advantage with the CT side. It's 4 pistols and 1 scout on XC Power.
A little jump spot. Astronauts the man down, so they've got to get a bit innovative in the ways that they pull these back in. Silence though at the minute mark. Dead silence at the minute mark. Okay. Raijin, one with a Deagle. Ivan will find the response, but still the man disadvantage. Still the same situation here as Astronauts. Sitting the man down. X Power got to be careful. Able to escape with his life, but only just. Problem as well here to join him. And this is where things get even more difficult. But a great shot from Ivan. And, well, follows up, in fact, with the AK. So no problems at all. 25 seconds. Bomb still has to be retrieved. They've done a decent job in dropping it as Glax finds the follow-up. It's the Krieg of Neox. They both swing in an X5 to find the last. How did K23 get away with that? It's another round. This time 1-1.
Yeah, I just don't know. And there's just seems to be unlimited amounts of twists in the tail. And could it be like this the whole stretch? I mean, it's certainly going to be a tense one. Both teams completely understand that if they lose 16 rounds, unless it goes to overtime, of course, they are done. And there's really not much room for error. Every mistake, every easy round lost is amplified by about 100 times at this stage of the best of 3. And And it can make or break a team, honestly. If a player, you know, whiffs an easy spray or makes a crucial mistake, it can really sit in their minds for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
And that is not what you want right now as Jury finds XC Power with his Eagles. Leo and X5's going to trade back onto Ivan elsewhere.
Agent looking for more. Oh, whoa, X5. 2 through the corner of the smoke leaves Denim left alone, and unfortunately his life short-lived. 4 survive. K23 up by 1, a 2-1 scoreline. And Astronauts to fall by now set back to just pistols.
Yeah, and this is where K23 need to put away. They need to take advantage of these opportunities that the Astronauts, I wouldn't say have given them, but more of the opportunities that K23 have made for themselves, right? That second round, off the back of losing a pistol, admirable. A very good effort, and now they're rewarded with what should be a pretty plain sailing round 3 on their side of the scoreboard. Rygen's got himself all the way up mid, tap of the way onto Neox as he's tapped down to 63 HP. Rygen's just staying so aggressive. He wants the frag, he gets the frag. Everything's been going his way for the past 45 minutes, but Ivan with the Glock and Jury with the Deagles found 2 out of nowhere, and that's going to be an M4A1S dropped in top mid. Going to be retrievable territory for the Astronauts as well as Swalo finds problem in the back. XC Power having to push through and stamp his authority on the round with his SMG. But this is anyone's round at this point.
Clax will find one. Swalo. 1 versus 2. Galil in hand. Not good for anything. Not good for anything. And with that, of course, it's a 3rd on the board. Eco wasn't bad. Really wasn't that bad for the Astronauts side. Now they're on the rifles. Their time to impress here. Wix. Having said that, Dust2 has been a very K23 start. And for Astronauts, having won the pistol, you wouldn't expect them to sit 3-1 down.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, buy versus buy now. This is a round that Astronauts really have to win, not just for the score count, of course, but just for the confidence. They allow K23 to put away. They will take you a mile, that's for sure. And, well, the Astronauts, they've come so far. They've done so well this evening as it gets into the very late evening in the eastern side of Europe. A bit later for K23 as well, depending on where they're based in Russia. So getting certainly towards the later stages of a Tuesday, and they need to be back thick and fast tomorrow.
Nice shot, Ivan. He'll find the opening kill. Messi, Clax. He'll find one, but only the one. Neox. Trade. Oh, extra power. Brilliant shot. Pulls things level. 3 versus 3. Great shot, Denim. Brilliant. Broken things up. And a second shot from Swalo. Now it is just extra power. The man to have opened up and put K23 on the map in the first place, Wix. He's got to do it all, and being so far from the bomb, sure he has a kit. Missed shot. Swalo, that is a brilliant kill. And with that, it's a 2nd on the board for Astronauts, and an ult picks up as well.
Big fight back from the Astronauts. K23 are left with a predicament. Do they buy or do they eco? And with the fact that XC Power, X5 and Clax can get rifles into play, that's your answer. It's going to be a buy. And, well, this could end up being horrible for the Russian side, as the Astronauts, with a very solid buy themselves, are going to run straight out to long. And it's a good call because no players for K23 are watching it right now. They're playing for the short control and giving up long. They're going to have to retake the A site if the Astronauts, keep progressing. As Clax is now working his way out from CT, XC Powers found Swalo through the smoke. That's a tongue twister as Neox as well above the smoke can't find Clax. And somehow K23 are defending the A side from CT and short.
Nice shot. Orp of Ivan putting them back on the map. It's another 3v3. Another post plant. And another chance for Extra Power to redeem himself. But they don't want anything to do with this one, K23. They're done. Already packing their bags. They're running away. They're saving here, Wicks.
Yeah, I just don't think you can blame them. It's a lot to lose at this stage. You know, are they going to go for it? It's going to be a late shot at it. They are still progressing, and it's going to be the good call so far. 3 versus 1.
What?
As somehow Ivan cannot connect with his orb. Jury's left in the corner. They know he's stuck in Gandalf. Time's ticking. You need to get on the bomb. XC Power's going to have to stick it. He doesn't. He has lost a round. And K23 are not going to get any player to save either. Disaster for the Ruskies. And this is Astronauts' chance they would have been praying for, Retro.
That is immense. Unbelievable. They win that round off the back of nothing. A 1v3. Well, it was a 3v3. I thought K23 were just saving. I thought that was it. They were like, yep, we're done here. Into the next round, we'll try something different. No. They snap back into the action, and then they are punished for their sins. Despite finding 2 opening kills, it was not enough to win them the round. And for Ivan, narrowly avoiding death, but getting away with the ult more importantly. No man advantage and no trace as to what Astronauts are up to in this round. They should know that K23 has stacked the majority of their resources. Flash is pretty good. Leg shot. Ivan got to be careful not to lose the big green. And so he'll just dance back into cover. And his teammates, well, they're going to run out towards the B site. No problems at all. Ivan, deleted. Absolutely deleted by Ryzen's USP.
Bomb has been planted. Yes, the kill goes K23's way, but that's going to be about it. That's all they're going to get out of this. Fury trying to hunt them down. Takes a 2-tap to the face. He's going to be left on 16 HP. If only it was a P250, that would have been a frag. That's for sure. And probably an AK retrieved as well. Saved into the next round. XC Power has got the orb. And that's going to be saved going into round number 8. Says 7th. Will go the T side way. The Astronauts get their lead right back in their grasp. 4-3 the scoreline, and they are not looking like they're going to be stopping anytime soon.
They look too good, don't they, here? Both teams a bit back and forth. I think it's safe to say they'll be quite happy with the respective results that they've been getting. Obviously, Astronauts having won the pistol and losing the follow-up and everything after it. K23 doing a decent job in finding that mark, but for Astronauts, got themselves back ahead. 4-3. Swalo, he'll find the opening kill, and no trade response. They do go aggressive towards long, but Ivan knows his cue, and it is to leave.
A tense exchange going on in mid again. XC Power just trying to find a pick through the middle of the doors. There's Ivan, this time with an AK. His forte is the AWP, but he should maybe give it up if he's finding one taps like that consistently. Clax has been spotted towards the ramp position as he's trying to tap away. Swalo takes half health points worth of damage as Clax continues to try it with everything he's got. He's going to be caught out by Neox, so that's the A side taken, planted on, and most certainly exploded on. And now it's a matter of how could K23 survive here if they can? Excellent. But it's not looking likely. They've got problem trapped in CT. They're going to have to head his way if they want to get out on the bomb site if they stay around for long enough. Problem's got a big problem.
Yes, indeed. He's gone. And with that, it is very safe to say that Astronauts have themselves a 5th confidence now for that T side. More importantly, as the bomb will detonate. 2-round gap. Left down to 1 player. Money isn't looking too good. K23 definitely look a little bit beaten up right now. Bruised is the accurate representation. They're not done. They're definitely not done. They've just got a lot of work to be done here.
Well, it's going to be a half buy, and Raijin's going to take a shot from the AWP. He's going to take a scout shot back, and somehow the AWP has done barely any more damage than what the scout did. XC Power playing from short this time round. The K23 hedging their bets towards A. They're going to be correct, but Clax, there's not much you can do about that one, mate, because you've been found through the box. And it's going to be the A site once again, taken from Astronauts as XC Power tries to stop them. Not going to happen though. Jury with the picked up A1S. It's just holding W key. He is going for everything in his track. He's going full Terminator mode. And Ivan, let's see that 6 rounds for the Astronauts. K23 have just been hit by speed, violence, momentum, or something like that. If you catch my drift, and it's led them to cause a tactical timeout. I don't blame them. Just slow things down and kill the Astronauts' momentum any way you can.
Indeed. Timeout. 30-second breather. I don't know. What do you make of this map so far here, Wix? Astronauts 6-3 ahead. Did you expect for it to go like this? I think.
No, not off.
Yeah.
K23 went like what 3-1
Well,
up,
the whitewash on Nuke, right, their CT side. I thought that was going to be it, and as you said, 3-1 up here. I thought like, damn, like that is impressive. But no, now things are right back on its head and really up in the air.
I think the difference is, if Astronauts win this, it's going to be close. I don't see K23 just, folding and saying, you win. Whereas if K23 go on a streak, Astronauts' confidence is going to dwindle. And you'll see K23 maybe win like 16-11, 16-10. But it's hard to see that right now, to be honest. And like I said, when it comes to close rounds, Astronauts just seem to be coming out on top far too consistently than what you'd expect for K23 to be giving up.
Exit Power finds the first. Couple more required from the big man. We'll look to do some more. Unfortunately, his life short-lived, Jury, as he hits the deck, and on a more real level now, they are down to 3. Swallow, Denim, Neox. Everything to do. Smoke drops in. Orc shot doesn't find the mark, and ultimately now, I think it's safe to say this round is well and truly done. Great job from Problem as he finds one. Follow up from Raijin. Knives out for Denim, and he'll just be caught off guard. 6-4. K23 back to their winning ways.
Yeah, just how can they do it again? That's the question. Like, yes, it was kind of similar on Nuke and Mirage, where they have a really strong round, and then suddenly, 2 rounds later, they look like a completely different team. They need to, at this stage, they can't afford to go 1-for-1s, of course, they're 2 rounds down, so they need to go on a spree at some point. Can it be now? Well, they're going to be up against a full buy once again from the Astronauts. XC Power playing aggressive in mid, does find first frag. Swaylo's going to drop, and he's had a much better start to Dust2 than what he had on Luke. I think he ended up finishing Luke with, I think, like 4 frags or something it was. So he's already doubled his kills off Luke in the first 10 rounds of Dust2.
You had to do him like that, did you?
Well, I'm just stating facts, that's all.
Swalo went 4-20.
Yeah, I thought it was out 4 frags. But, just shows his resilience, because right now, he is firing away, and he has been a key to the early success that the Astronauts have had. Raijin right now, though, he's been a key man in this CT side, and not only on this CT side, we saw him aggressive on Nuke as well. It's just a shame that one of these teams has to be a loser, but that's esports, and that's competitive environments for you.
Indeed it is, good sir. Indeed it is. Orp, Neox, he'll find the mark for 1. Still 4 more to go, though. 40 seconds left. No chance, good sir. No chance. And, well, 30 seconds he's going to be looking to save. I mean, I don't know what this, knife-pulling business is. I'd understand it if you had a cool knife, but the default one... I've got to hate on you a little bit here, Neox. Just doing too much of it. I'm a little bit scared for him that he's just gonna... suppose the quick switch, but surely it's quicker to just press right mouse button. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Doesn't spot the players pushing in from behind. Will now eventually hit his steps. Exit power to take his head off in plenty of seconds to spare. So we'll get a bit of extra cash, but it is a 5th on the board for K23.
And I saw the buy coming through as well. And the astronauts, well, they need to conjure something up here. And, well, astronauts, they still have that 1-round lead, of course. T-side Dust2, I'd say, is probably a 45% win rate for me.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you're going to see him win 8-7. Sometimes you're going to see him lose 8-7. I think you see CT side win 9-6 a lot more than what you see T side would win 9-6. So that's the reason why I do lean to about 45% T side. I'm sure people would argue with me about it.
I reckon there's someone out there that wants to argue it.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, I don't know, mate. I hate Dust2. I've said it. Sometimes I enjoy, you know, watching it every now and again. Sometimes I hate it. Like, I can't stand playing this map at least. I will give that, you know, that flaw out. I don't mind watching it, but sometimes Dust2 is like watching paint dry. Other times it is a really fun map to watch. But to play, it's a no-go. It's the instant ban. It is indeed the removal. And speaking of removals, Exit Power gone. X5 also quick to follow suit. Flax, the tertiary man to the whole A-hold. 0 kills for them. 7 on the board surely for astronauts. They had themselves a 4-2. Now the numbers bartered down a little bit more, but surely they're in control here, the astronauts side.
Is it the same again? A late retake out of K23. This time it's going towards the astronaut side, or is it? Ivan left on the site. He can only be in one place, but it's not enough for problem. And astronauts need to win 1 out of the next 2 or 3 rounds. 1 out of the next 3 to win the first half and win their T side. And that will certainly put K23 on the back foot. It's been a very, very close matchup. It was close on Mirage going the full 30 rounds. It wasn't so close on Nuke's second half, but it certainly was on the first. It's no surprise it's more of the same in map 3. To decide what team will come back tomorrow and progress further in this lower bracket of the Challenger Melbourne qualifiers. Clax right now continuing to stay aggressive on long. Neox playing aggressive in mid, and you've got to be brave because XC Power's been holding mid doors so consistently with that AWP to just shift peek it like that. It's it takes some titanium testicles, shall we say, Retro.
Yes. You're not going to go with the balls of steel, but you've
It's a bit. Steel's outmatched by titanium. Am I not correct? But jury.
Fair enough.
And a bit of alliteration in there as well. Why not?
Flash chucked over the top. Extra power. Got to be careful for a couple of these forward-facing team players. Ivan, don't know about that one, mate. He will fall eventually. Jury will get taken down. Problem the 1-for-1. Denim can't hold things down solo in the 1v3. And for that, it will be K23 up to 6. Closing that gap once more.
That bomb diffused audio queue is going to be only sending good messages to that K23 side right now as they start to, once again, perhaps go on a spree of their own, some round sprees. They only seem to win rounds in streaks, I've noticed. Like when they win one, they always seem to win a couple, if not 3. I could be wrong. It's just what it feels like to me.
Yeah. Pause. Coming in. 30-second breather done. Dusted back out of the way. 7-6. the chase for everything right now here, Wix, to lead the half, to put yourself back on the board. Everything. That's what the side of Astronauts are looking to do with taking attack. For K23, I don't know, it feels very calculative. Sure, it's the CT side and you'd expect a little bit more from them. Then again, I think that they actually push the bar a little bit further on the T side of Nuke than what I was expecting. So Dust2 definitely could be a different story, but we'll have to wait and see. As you said, the whole cricketer's mentality. You're not playing the game of chase. You're setting the bar. Maybe that's what Astronauts were looking to do. And another attack timeout call. What is going on? This has got to be the most thought. If I don't see like the most thought out round, if this ends in a B rush, I'm going to be steaming. Like genuinely.
You know it's going to be a Rushbedo stop after all this, don't you?
I mean, to be fair, mind games would be good. Like you're expecting something intricate, and they just hit you with the fastest player of the lot.
They've got the B spawn observer. I don't know if you can hear us, but can you put us in T spawn? I'm pretty sure they have a really good B spawn.
You're dead right, mate. You are dead right.
It could be. I'd like to see him, if they are committing to it, just go for a Tech 9 instead of a Deagle on Iban and Jury, but they're probably not going for it at this point. Let's be honest. No.
Okay. This
Free
better
quest
be...
towards B.
But you know what I don't get though, yeah? We've just had a minute and a half to talk about a round that we bought one smoke and one flashbang into. Like,
yeah,
surely the 14 seconds of freeze time is enough to talk. I mean, obviously you can talk maybe about the next round as well and what you want to do. But surely that
yeah.
You'd
could
keep
be just
it
trying to
fresher.
decipher the economy on K23, perhaps try and work out, what players have been dropped in the last few previous rounds. See maybe where there's potentially a Famous or an MP9 towards A or B. Depending on who it was, of course. Who knows? But only Astronauts know, that's for sure. And that's gonna be a LeBron James 2 nade kill, as X5's also gonna get the third this time with the M4.
Brilliant.
And that is your lot. 7-7 tied up, and K23, they can still finish with the half win. If the Astronauts do not buck up their ideas, it's a decoy grenade on Neox as well, I must add.
Love a bit of a decoy, the fake flash. It's like the pin pull thing in like the murder hole or Mirage, right? Where you stand outside of it, you right click the pin, you start moving through, they think that you're going to blind them. Nah, mate. The decoy could just be used as a flash. Try and scare away some of those pesky opponents. For K23 though, slow starts, long control. Looking for a little bit towards middle as well. The Orc trying to take the long range. Not happening as of right now.
Problem solved. Tapping away through the smoke in tunnels. Swaylo's going to find the AWP for the K23 side, but the Ox is going to find Clack through the smoke as he fires back. 3 versus 3. The Orc's being moved to be placed out of reach for the Astronaut side at the moment. The bomb is still trying to work out where it wants to go as well. It's going to be on Iban. And X5 playing aggressive. A bit of an off angle on long as well, I must say. It doesn't look like it's going to play a factor in the round as 2 players are heading towards mid, 1 player heading towards tunnels. Problem, I think he's heard a step. He certainly is hearing lower tunnel right here. Yeah, he's starting to rotate round now. Is he going to be too little too late as Iban finds him in the back, in the rear as Raijin is trying to spray through the mid doors. It does not connect. The 1-man advantage stays with the T side as they are trying to lock out the K23 side of the B side to finish off this first half. Who will be going into the second half with the leads? Astronauts are certainly your favourites as of right now. Neox trying to tap his way through the door. It's a tense situation. You can see it coming out from both sides. Neox, though, is thriving in the situation as he finds the final 2 CT players. And that is going to be it for the first half. We have 15 rounds to play. Maybe a little bit more. Who knows? Let's find out. We're going to throw you to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere and get yourselves buckled in for an exciting next half an hour.
Hey Future Pros! Having a good A exec on Dust2 can make your life so much easier. So today I'll show you the Na'Vi A exec, which they pulled off perfectly on a force buy. To do this exec, you'll need 4 Future Pros, 4 smokes, 3 flashes, and a molly. Future Pro number 1. You'll be throwing the Xbox smoke to help your team get short control. To throw the smoke, get into this back corner. Crouch down and aim at this shadow. Then stand up and jump throw the smoke. Now get your team to get short control, but be careful as there could be a pesky CT chillin'. Future Pro number 2. You'll be throwing the one-way smoke, 2 flashes and a short molly. To throw your smoke, get into this corner. Aim at the bottom right corner of this window and throw your smoke. Then put your back against the wall and aim just to the left of this part of the box while crouched. While still crouched, jump throw your 2 flashes. These flashes will destroy a close long player. Once you have thrown the flashes, quickly lob a molly back towards short as you could be getting fast flanked. Future Pro number 3. You'll be throwing a CT smoke, a sight molly, and a flash to get you down to the CT ramp. To throw your smoke, get into this doorway. Aim to the top corner of this building and throw the smoke. Then throw your molly from behind the closed smoke just to the right of the palm tree and it should molly sight. After that, underhand a flash into CT and hop down with it. Try very hard not to blind yourself or your team with this one. Then sprint towards long and get a free kill onto the long CT who is hopefully playing close. Keep advancing and take full long control as this will allow your team to plan for long if you succeed. Finally, Future Pro number 4, or FP4 as I like to call it. You'll be throwing the closed short smoke along with the flash for sight. To throw your smoke, aim just in between these 2 boxes above the barrels. Then get close to the box and underhand throw the smoke. It looks like a moving throw, but I assure you it's not. You can throw this smoke more safely, but if Bit lives on the edge, then you should too. Throw your flash off this wall, which shouldn't blind your teammates, but will flash a CT trying to advance on the smokes, and then take the site. Give this one a crack offline, but I'm sure all you Future Pros will be able to nail it down after at most 20 attempts.
Unreal. Unreal times here, Mr. Wicks. It's 8-7 in favour of Astronauts, and they head onto the CT side to kickstart our second stint here on Dust2. And it's our last, unless we go to overtime. It is a killer performance, a killer day. And for one of these teams, it is the killing blow and the end of their run here in ESL Challenger Melbourne closed qualifiers. And their chances of ESL Challenger Melbourne ruined.
You know what the best bit is, Retro?
Alright.
We still got 2 more days after this one of Melbourne qualifier action. If you have missed the majority of the day, don't worry, be back tomorrow.
That is true.
As this continues, as Clax is continuing his pistol success, so good with pistol throughout his whole career. Sway though and Avon though fire back for 2 of their own. XC Power just waiting for a CT player to push the smoke. And it's left Ivan in our 1 versus 3. Not gonna happen as Clax finds his 3rd. And that's K23 striking for another pistol round. And it's gonna be shared in this map, of course, with or in fact no. No, in fact yes. Yes, Astronauts did win the first pistol round.
Yes, they did.
So,
and then they lost 3 in a row afterwards.
That's correct. So, 1 apiece in this one. I think it's the first time we've seen both teams win a pistol round in the same map. So that only means one thing, Retro. What haven't we had yet?
A knife kill.
Okay, or Zeus. I was thinking Zeus, wink wink. But I've got to remember, this is actual good Counter-Strike and not UK IC.
What you trying to say, huh?
Just facts, just the honest truth.
That's rude, that is rude. I don't know. Anyways, Clax, extra power, both with kills. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Raijin, he'll find a follow-up. Is it going to be flawless, Neox? He is the man to determine it, as it is him against 5. And, well, I think Clax... Yeah, I was going to say, he ran by the first time. I don't think he'd be expecting him on the return. And on the upswing, Neox going to find one, but that should be all she wrote.
Yeah, and if he could find another exit frag with this MP9, I mean, money is looking really good for him going into the next round. But I think the Galil and exit power is just tearing him down, going to force him to take this fight towards the site, and it's not going to go his way. K23 get their lead right back as they go 9-8 up. A good start to the T side. Economy still in tatters for the Astronauts. And K23, they're going to know as well that this economy for Astronauts is terrible right now. So where'd you go? You delay long, of course. You wait for the HE grenades if they're going to come in. And then you swing, just like that.
Dead him. Gonna find the first kill. That forces K23 away. Alarm bells are ringing. Just a tad here. Just a tad. You know, losing out on that early man against the pistol's never a good sign. Definitely is recoverable for them though. Smoke dropped in. Ivan. I mean, I don't know what the push was for. There's no flash, no nothing. And he's ran right into it. Neox, quick to follow as well. The Galil of Extra Power. Raijin's AK coming in as well. And, well, Denim against 4. Don't fancy his chances when he's just got a pistol here.
And yeah, just the smoke pushes time and time again, just not working out in the Astronauts' favour. I get that it's kind of a throwaway round anyway, but just going through the smoke with no flash or nothing really to support you is just pure suicide. Because, you know, 100 times out of 100, someone is going to be staring at that smoke on the T side, right? So, yeah, just... oh, hello. 5-7 finds the head of X5. Not going to be much. It's just going to be a nice one for the highlight reel. But K23 continue on their success, continue their run for 16. And right now they are certainly in the lead by a couple inches. Couple rounds, I don't know, but they certainly have momentum on their side, and that's what matters most in esports and sports in general.
I've just seen the red bar disintegrate for Jury. The old right click with the knife down to 29. Good night, good sir. That's gonna hurt a little bit.
But it did Jerry a lot of good earlier. He got knifed in and got 2 kills, and they won the round, right? So maybe this is just the hidden secret that the top teams of Counter-Strike do not want you to know. And look at this, they're a man to the good.
Not bad, not bad. Tapping away with the AKs. K23 want a decent shot in this one. And I definitely think that they've been brought down back to planet Earth a little bit by losing the early man.
A bit like Doge. A moon, and then it fell to the ground. And Clax has let Denim's body hit the floor as well.
Molly dropped in. Ivan is going to have to work around the smokes and in front of the Molly for a short period of time. K23 don't capitalise off the back of that, and so for him, it's an easy second pickup. 3v4 scenario. Ivan is able to collect another. A triple kill for him. A quad kill here. Extra power. Shall he deny him of the ace? I think he will because he's running away. But that is a stellar hold from Ivan.
Oh, I think we hit the nail on the head, Retro. Knife for TV at the start of the round, you win it.
It's the curse.
It's
the curse.
2 out of 2. It's 2 out of 2.
Oh, Exa power, no way. 2 kills, Neox will save the AWP, but ultimately, that is going to be a 9th on the board for Astronauts. A brilliant hold from Mr. Iban himself. Who's going to be stabbing teammates next? That's the big question. That is the big question.
It would be quite funny if they do it again. Like, you only do that if you're...
Unironically as well.
Extremely... What's the word? When you just believe in stuff which really just isn't true. I'm not good with words today. I don't know why I'm getting paid for this, to be honest.
That's fine. Listen, sometimes it happens. You know, it's late, long day, the heat is unreal. It melts your brain a bit. It does. I know the feels. I know the feels. Don't worry, Chief. We're here to walk you through it though. As well, there you go. You're a voice actor now. You know, like making the noises rather than speaking the words. You've just for any people that are blind out there, definitely think that they've opened the wrong kind of stream this evening. Is what you've just done there. But that's all right, man. That's all right. Listen, 10-9, man advantage. It was a nice shot. You're just appreciating it.
Well, I think you know what's happened. If you are listening to audio only, someone has just had their head taken completely off by a one tap, and XC Powers found the Ox on the site as well. And you know why? It's because they didn't knife a teammate. And this one is going to be most likely going K23's way, if not certainly. At this point, only Denim left, MP9 and 5 frags. He's the bottom fragger in the server. He's traded spots with Swalo from Nuke. And it feels like the Astronauts have... Oh, actually, I'm not going to speak because Denim... Shift, mate! Shift! Oh, he's not going to check it! Oh, dear. 11-9, K23. What a moment that would have been!
What could have been?
If he's 2 seconds later, with the time that was on the clock as well, the MP9 could just kill them both.
Unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah. And
Very.
right now, K23 don't do if, buts, maybes. They do absolutes. And it's going to be 5 rounds needed to get themselves through to their next match tomorrow, who I believe has not been decided yet who it is up against.
Indeed,
I
that
will
is
confirm.
correct. It is the loser of Forza versus Sprout, and it's currently 1-1 third map, 11-10 to Sprout, as we are talking about. So, at least on the stream, not in real time. So, it's a close game there as well, mate. This one not as close, but definitely could be one to watch out for. But Astronauts on an eco here, so it kind of takes the wind out of the sails, and we're hoping to recalculate heading into round 22 to really see what's going on.
And realistically, with this creep just easing its way up long, unless Yuri finds a couple here, XC Power full white finds him, and a lot of guns are going to just fire their way towards the A site. Eventually, the players will drop. K23 are going to continue to advance, and they don't need to. The 5 players on the CT side have been found. K23 have found their 12th round 1. And, well, it's, again, it just feels like the end of Nuke, right? When they suddenly get hold of 3-4 really good rounds, they just seem to run away. And I said it on Nuke, it could easily be 16-8 or whatever it was. Astronauts end up winning an extra round, and then it finished 16-9. But it really does feel like the same. It could really finish 69 at this point for K23.
Denim having a good look. Flash dropped high. Yeah, having a good little look here. Good sir. Out towards long. Denim none the wiser as of right now. And I think it's safe to say they are in a pretty solid position, I feel like, in sort of the mid-round. K23 establishing long control. They've left B. But look at this rotation that K23 will be facing into. There's no one on B for the Astronaut side. Elevator
boost coming in as well. Is it going to be a double boost? He'll eventually get up. Just admiring the shoes of his teammate, I'm sure.
Fresh crepes, mate. The walk-in boots.
Doing a little crep check.
Yeah.
That'll be next in the game, won't it? We've had gloves. It's going to be boots next.
No, it can't be. I hope not, at least. I hope not. That'd be a good point to make. Like, what would be the next thing added to CS? I reckon, well, listen, if Astronauts lose this round, we'll have a lot of time to chat about it. But with the remaining 20 seconds left of this round, K23 have funneled themselves in. Raijin, good for the first and a second transfer this game. This one just as lethal as the last, but with the bomb being dropped, it's by means of elimination that they get themselves their 13th. K23 making it look easy, and that does force Astronauts into a tricky situation. This is where you'd be calling your last timeout, talking things through, because you've got one shot left in the chamber, and it comes in round 24. If you lose that, it's done. It's over.
It really is, and I don't know if you saw, but Raijin put on his Jordans, bunny hopping on the A site and finds 2 frags somehow. I'd love to have seen that from his POV. Maybe go and watch the demo after the game, because it looked absolutely insane on the X-ray, and right now the scoreline looks insane if you're a fan of the K23 side. Like you said, I mean, it's black and white for Astronauts right now. You've got to get something done in the next 2 rounds, otherwise it's it. Your life in the ESL Challenger Melbourne qualifiers is done. It's had its race run, because K23 right now, this is what I was talking about. You give teams like this enough time to really get themselves in motion to how they normally play. This is what they do. They pick you apart round by round by round, and they make it look easy.
I respect that. Definitely could be a more difficult time here. K23 only being 3 rounds away, though. Surely that gives them a little bit of flair. A little bit of a spring in their step. Power moves forward. Missed shot. That'll be Ivan. The only M4 picked up, and it's found good damage to get the first. Problem is, there's 4 more to go. K23 will continue with the committal towards the A site. This gives the opportunity to close the gap, and look at this. Jury, he's able to find 1. Clax for 2. Problem. Oh, great shot from Clax. Swalo left. No ammo. He's just clicking. He's bunny hopping. He has nothing to do but to run into the crosshair. A problem. That's what you get for spamming, mate. I think you only get 3 mags in reserve with the P250. Just, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Done, mate. Done.
I think you're right.
There you go.
1339, it rings a bell.
It might be 52. Or was that old P250?
Not sure. I'm not sure. I'm sure someone in the chat will know, and
Hold on. I'm gonna have a
they'll
Google
tell us that
now.
we're both wrong. Feel free.
I'll have a Google. You let me know how the start this round goes, and I'll fill us in on the facts.
Clax. Crashing his way out through the long doors. Double Molotov's actually going to put him in a really sticky spot, and he's going to burn to a crisp. Oh no, excuse me. Raijin's going to burn to a crisp. Clax is still somehow alive, but problem X5. They've all been executed. And the long control, 4 players from the Astronauts to long, is what has caused this right now. Clax fights 2 to fire. Backy does not expect the 3rd. I'm not surprised. That's certainly one out of the strat roulette. And now it's all on XC Power. Has plenty of money to play with if he wants to go for it. I think he should. The damage at this point to Astronauts is critical. If he finds 1 more player, that means not every player on the Astronaut side is going to have a rifle. So, minute to play with as well. Obviously, he won't have the clear mind that, you know, we have. The privilege of seeing all 10 players as money, but they certainly know that the Astronauts aren't in a good situation in regards to the economy. It's just up to XC Power. Does he really want to go for it? You know, concede some economy of its own. It's a difficult one to play. I think if this is map 1 with not much on the line, it's not that crucial. Probably goes for it. But with it being map 3 and what could be only 6 rounds left of the last map of the series, probably played into his mind a little bit. Do you have an answer for us, Retro?
I do indeed, about the P250. So it is 13 in the magazine, 26 in reserve, so you get 3 clips of ammo.
So 2 reserve, 1 in the gun.
Yes.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Very. Oh,
That's
great.
huge. That is so huge.
Massive.
Why would Sway though even peak? Why would he give him the light of day? Because look at the money now. They're not going to have 5 rifles, Retro.
No.
I mean, they can if they want a scout, but
well,
that's not a true rifle.
This is the thing, right? He's just bought a scout. Who bought the scout? Did Denim buy it? I'm guessing so, because he spent $4,000. But surely for the, for the same or similar price,
Have
like
they overbought then?
UMP or an MP9. No, Swalo's taken utility with a FAMAS, and it will be Neox to pick up the scout.
But he has 4.1k. Surely,
It's
surely you just. I think they've overbought here.
Mate,
They've
where
not
is the scout even
utilised-
gone? Like, I'm looking at the floor.
In the corner. I think I see it in the corner behind Sway though. I think Sway's just thrown it as far away as possible. Get it out of my sight.
They've misbought
Yeah.
the scout. I mean, when your
Oh,
money's
yeah.
looking bad, that is the last thing you want. Genuinely the last thing. This gives them really good chances here, K23. Out towards long. Brilliant positioning from Clax. Unfortunately, Jury will know one better. Ivan picking up the second. And well, this is just looking like newfound confidence here. Astronauts going 3 for 1 at this point here as K23 just left with X-Power and X5. Neox will find one. Looking for the second. X-Power in the window will find the first. Now,
Surely
bomb
not.
could be set down as well. Nah, this is way too done, mate. This is way, way too done. There's no way you can consider this round. Exapower is given a chance, though, back into this game. Exapower, not like this. A 1v4 down to the wire. It's him against Denim. Fires off first. Will not hit. But the second time of asking. Exapower, take a bow, my friend. Map, series, and knockout point. Astronauts 5 times over. And they've just thrown a 1v4. Exapower, you genius.
I just saw it coming.
Yeah.
I see XC Power's name. I see AWP next to it. I see 1v4 post plant.
That is
And you
unreal.
just know it's going to happen. Oh my word.
Unbelievable.
And what a time to come alive as well. Put your troops on your back and say, get to bed, boys. They've still got to win 1 round, of course. But it's certainly looking very, very doable right now. Even if Astronauts, win a round, if it's a 1v1, it's no good. The money's going to be even worse than what they've got here.
Exit power. What a man. And he's just won in the game. There's no way K23 throw this one away now. There is no way that happens. I mean, I don't know what to say, mate, honestly. That is such a massive throwaway from
Astronauts.
K23.
Yeah, you have to, he's an AWP. You just swing together. He can't shoot you both at the same time if you swing them from 2 different angles. So many times, the players at the top level just give AWPs exactly what they want, and Astronauts are going to be left with their head in their hands at the end of this one. If they don't come out on top, as XC Power creeping round the corner finds Sway, though it is at the beginning of the end. It's 34 seconds, 33 seconds left on the clock. And 4 CT players to find for the K23 side. If not, they can always plant the bomb and win through explosion, of course. 4 versus 3, 4 versus 2, 3 versus 2. The kill feeds lighting up yellow and blue as Clax from short is coming in to seal the deal for his team. Then he has to turn around, but it's too little, too late. K23 advance on, and they still have hopes of getting that ticket to Melbourne.
brilliantly done by K23. Sure, it was done in 3 and a very scary start that left them a map down. But Wicks, I think it's safe to say, the deserved winners in that contest. They had a exceptional performance. And talk about extra power in that final game. I mean, what, he went like 27 kills, 28 kills, and I think he had like 8 deaths.